Mismatched,
Yeah.
Jugjugg Jeeyo, and now this. Am I going to continue interviewing Prajakta, the actor? Is this something that you have found and you're like, I'm going to continue acting? I love it.
I really hope that you keep interviewing me as an actor as well.
Right.
I mean, I've always loved acting.
What made you sign Neeyat? What made you attract and say, yes, I'll do this?
Just the cast, I mean, Vidya Balan.
Yeah.
As much as a seal of
Yeah.
क्या बोलते quality
Yeah.
that
True,
that you will need. I've been a fan of hers for a very long time.
I heard you're writing a book.
I'm writing a fiction romance novel.
Wow.
Yes, so which is why it's exciting. Hey everybody, I'm Prajakta Koli and you're watching me on Bollywood Hungama. Please don't forget to watch my film Neeyat, which is out in the theatres on the 7th of July.
Prajakta, welcome to Bollywood Hangama once again.
Thank you, Rohit. Thank you so much.
Always happy to have
I think
you.
I should get a Bollywood Hangama ID card now. The, what is that called?
Access
Yeah,
card,
the
right?
access
Yeah,
card. I need to
that's
have one.
Absolutely right. You should be sitting here only. Prajakta, last time I interviewed you was Mismatched,
Yeah.
Jugjugg Jeeyo, and now this. Am I going to continue interviewing Prajakta, the actor? Is this something that you have found and you're like, I'm going to continue acting? I love it.
100%. I really hope that you keep interviewing me as an actor as well.
Right.
No, I love it. I mean, I've always loved acting. I started doing theatre when I was very young. I was in 11th grade when I did theatre for the first time in college. Then I did theatre commercially. I used to do Marathi theatre. And I used to tour with my theatre company. I did close to about 200 shows of 2 plays.
Wow.
Yeah. And then उसके बाद मुझे radio ही करना था. तो as soon as my final year of college came, I said, okay, now I don't want to do theatre anymore. I want to like focus on my studies and then I'll start working in radio. So one of the reasons that one of my favorite things about being a creator was that I got to act.
Right.
I got to write my own characters and I got to write my own scenes and actually perform them. So that was quite fun. And then these doors, fun ones opened up and now I'm just like, oh, this is great.
Right.
I can't stop it now. I can't.
You know, what kind of a message goes to you? Like, you know, even a Jugjugg Jeeyo, it's a big production. It has big stars. They also need Prajakta. They also need you to add that bit of your following. Maybe they want to explore into your skills, acting skills. They want to see if here's a star in the making, and you know how much can we exploit her talent. How do you see this?
I mean, for me, it's really the bite-sized pieces. Like I remember when Jugjugg, now that I sit back and I really look at the magnanimity of it.
Yeah,
like if
yeah.
it was my first film.
Yeah.
And it became a dharma film. That too with actors who are huge.
Stars, right.
It's a huge lineup. So I understand the magnanimity of it now when I look back. But when it was actually when it was actually happening, I was just taking it at really bite-sized pieces. Like for example, when Panchami called me for an audition, I told myself that okay, that's all that this is. It's an audition. When I had my first meeting with Raj, that's what I told myself. I said it's just a meeting. When I was shooting, I remember I was so scared for first day, and I told myself it's just one day of going on set. That's it. And ऐसे करते करते पूरी film खत्म हो गई. The fact that I auditioned, Raj liked my audition, he asked me for another scene and then he tested me later. The fact that I went through so much kind of got me to a point where I'm like, though, I know it's great and I know that there's a lot, I had a lot of confidence in the fact that, oh, I really want to do this and I feel like I really can do it till I actually got it. Then I was like, I can't do this. But although I did, I felt very good that I was still tested for that many times. So and that helped me feel a little more confident when I was there.
Right. You know, now what have you understood about filmmaking? You were just telling me you did Neeyat when you were promoting that or something.
I did Neeyat. I was shooting Neeyat when everyone was promoting Jugjugg Jeeyo here.
Wow. So, yeah, is there, you know, were you aware of what goes into making films, when films are made, when you end up promoting something?
I mean, promotions I was used to, or I knew about because as a creator, I've promoted a lot of films in the past 8 years. I've done a bunch of really exciting conversations and I've made skits, I've done sketches with so many different people. So I understood the whole promotions bit of it. But before Jugjugg Jeeyo, my first film set was Mismatched. And for me, that was, I remember just feeling so overwhelmed with the giant that a film crew is.
Right.
I was used to one camera, maximum two, you know, and me, Prathamesh, who's Prathamesh and Ari, wo bhi abhi.
Right.
I have two people who help me film content, and that's it.
Yeah.
Sudeep will be there, and I am only mother, I am only father, I am only brother. If there's
Yeah.
more characters, that only I am. So I feel like I remember on my first day just going and seeing the sheer size of this animal
Yeah.
that filmmaking is, and that is very overwhelming.
That is?
It is quite. So I don't think I completely understand. I'm still learning. I'm
Okay.
still learning about the departments. Still kind of, because mera kaam kya hai? I'll get into hair and makeup, then I'll do my scene, and then I'm chilling. I'm faffing
Right.
around. So in that I learn a lot. Like I'll talk to different departments, understand what work they have and stuff like
Right.
that.
You know, the one thing that you didn't have to worry about, that fear of camera. Like, you know, people are scared of coming on camera, how to look, how to talk. You are not intimidated by production and people watching. That's something that you would cracked.
I thought that I wouldn't be.
Okay.
And this is like it's a pattern that has kind of repeated itself. Like I was very young when I went on stage. I was a dancer when I was really, really young, so I never had fright to perform in front of people, speak in front of people. I used to always be head of my debate team or elocution in school and stuff like that. But even still, when I turned the camera on for my first video ever, I was shaking. It took me close to 8 hours to shoot my first video.
Wow.
And for the first time, I got conscious of people in my room, so I sent everyone out. That was never me. Similarly, although Khayali Pulao came first, I shot Mismatched before that. I remember the first scene that I was doing of Mismatched, I felt I was so scared. I was shaking so much because that's when it hit me that for the first time I was playing a character I had not written or I had nothing to do with before. Yeah.
That you have to get used to, right?
Yeah.
That thing is in your control.
Yeah.
You just do your part.
Yeah. Understanding that because I'm so used to handling all whatever small departments you have as a creator. I used to always feel like that, like how can I like not see what I just shot, and why are you not editing it right away, and what music am I going to put under this? So like just calming down a little bit and singling out just your lines and your performance and your character was a little tough, but only for the first day. Then I started having so much fun. I wasn't doing much.
Prajakta, what kind of movies do you want to do? What kind of movies you want to be seen in?
I want to be seen in every kind of movie. Every single one. Every kind
happy,
that there
sad,
is.
everything.
Happy, sad, emotional, horror, murder, mystery. Animated even, if I could even like every kind of content I really want to try.
That's because that's amazing greed to have for an actor.
Oh yes. I mean, it would be so much fun. Like I recently shot something that is a genre that's very away from anything I like watching. I don't enjoy watching that genre at all.
Right.
But when I performed it, when I was shooting it, I realized that it is so much more than what meets the eye. And I feel like then that must be true about every kind of story that you tell. So I want to be a part of as many stories and as different and varied as possible.
Right. Jugjugg Jeeyo, a lot of people would understand, you know, it's, you know, dharma and big stars is that. What made you sign Neeyat? What made you attract and say, yes, I'll do this? What was in for you?
Anu Menon.
Right.
I mean, I've always wanted to work with her. I loved Shakuntala Devi.
Yeah.
So I was very happy that I was even in her radar of thoughts when it came to cast someone for Gigi. That's my character in the movie. Secondly, just the cast. I mean, Vidya Balan is as much as a seal of the quality that you will need. I've been a fan of hers for a very long time. And then when you see the whole lineup, I mean, honestly, when am I ever going to be in the same room as Neeraj Kabi, Rahul Bose, Shahana Goswami, Ram Kapoor, Dipanita Sharma, Shashank Arora, who am I missing? Amrita Puri, Danish Razvi.
Right.
It's impossible. These are all amazing performers who have done great work for a very, very long time.
Right.
So for me, the up was just that I get to be in the same frame and breathe the same air as all these people.
Right.
And then I heard this story and I was just like, I've never done because I've never done a murder mystery before. I was like, this is great. It's very exciting.
Right. So can you give the audience an idea, where does your character come in?
So my character is called Gigi. She is Ryan Kapoor's girlfriend. Ryan Kapoor is Ashish Kapoor's son. Ashish Kapoor is the guy who got murdered.
Okay.
So the whole film is who murdered Ashish Kapoor.
Hmm.
And there's a party that's happening. She's come out of nowhere, so there's a little bit of an air of mystery around her. That how come of all the parties, this is the party she's chosen to come
Right.
to? Or is it just luck? Is it coincidental? Was it intentional? We don't know. She is reserved. She's quiet, doesn't speak much, so you
Right.
can't really judge her a lot, which was very tough for me to play. Because but so yeah, that's her. And then slowly and steadily more things unravel, and then you're just like, ooh.
Nice. That sounds interesting. Are you someone who will sit with your team and be like, this is what IMDb list should look like. This is what my filmography should have.
Oh God, I
Is that-
should be doing that. I don't do it though. I have not done it yet. It's so new,
Yeah.
Rohit. I mean, you'll know.
Yeah.
What do I have on my roster right now? I mean, I have 2 seasons of
Right.
one show and then I have 1 movie. I've shot a couple of things. I've got a couple of things lined up which are very exciting. And now this comes out. So I think it's so new and I still feel like I'm still grappling with just processing the things that
Yeah.
are already out.
Yeah.
I don't think in my intellectually also as an actor, as a performer, I don't think I've reached a point where I'll have that kind of insight.
Right.
I don't think I have that experience yet.
Right. After all that you've done and all that you said, you've just turned 30.
I did! Day before, yes, 2 days before yesterday.
So happy birthday from
Thank you
all
very
our
much.
viewers.
Thank you.
And so tell me also what I heard you're writing a book.
I am.
So will that have your experiences, your journey? How did Prajakta become Prajakta?
No, not at all. I mean, I've spoken about that 100 times in Real Talk Tuesday videos.
Go and
Not
watch
at all.
my interviews with her and you will know.
Yeah, I mean, that's already out. No, this is fiction. This is
Okay.
completely
You're writing a
fiction.
fiction book?
I'm writing a fiction romance novel.
Wow.
Yes, so which is why it's exciting. There is no live your life. Like, I don't know, who am I to anyway tell you how to do it? Do whatever you want to do. This is quite fun. It's
Nice.
a love story between Avni and Aman. They are the protagonists of the book. And I wish I could tell you how it ends, but I've not finished it.
No, not at all. So where does this story come from? When you write a book, one that will have your life experiences, aas paas dosto ke. Where does your story come
It's
from?
completely made up. There is
Okay.
absolutely nothing that this is based on,
Okay.
honestly. This was just the plot seed was something that I thought of a year ago, I think. And I was like, "Ispe show bana sakte hain, or we can write a film." And that was what I wanted to do during lockdown. Where I was like,
Right.
I want to write episodic content. I want to
Right.
write longer episodes. I want to maybe write for OTT shows and films.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
do that.
That
So-
could be next. You never know.
Yeah, so I was like, that is what I want to do. So maybe I will take this idea and I'll develop it into episodic content.
Right.
So when I sat down to write about it, I was like, I don't know how to write episodic content. I've never
Yeah,
done it
that's true.
before.
Yeah,
I don't know, how do you write a screenplay?
You have
How
to
do
read
you,
a few too, I guess.
what
understand.
happens?
Right.
So I just started writing like I used to write my blog, and then about 10 chapters in, I told Sudha, "ये तो book बन गया यार." So Sudha like, "चल फिर
ठीक
लिख."
है, book छापते हैं.
तो book बनाते. Also, the rights to adapt books are
Yeah.
so expensive.
I know. Might as well have your own, no?
Might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Well done. Well done. The way you're going, it's quite amazing.
Hey everybody, I'm Prajakta Koli and you're watching me on Bollywood Hungama. Please don't forget to watch my film Neeyat, which is out in the theatres on the 7th of July.